This does feel kind of far away. Right?
Yeah. Well, I feel like you get more up and down. Here's, why don't I do these and then let's try and.
This.
And it appears to be working, so. Where do you?
I mean, I can sit anywhere. I kind of feel like that's pretty good.
Right here? Yeah.
Otherwise, that'll get hard to see. It's a nice ring. It's so loaded here. Right? All right, here we go. Awesome. Thanks. What's that? Probably. Let's see. It looks like it's connected. Here we are in Duluth at the Amsoil Arena. This is where the UMD Bulldogs get to play. At the far side of the rink, you'll see our Edina faithful are gathered. We're sitting behind the bench here, and the two benches are right next to each other. The far side of the rink is that penalty box area. The game before us was the Osseo Maple Grove Alexandria game. Third place game, that went to overtime. And Alexandria won in a 3-2 game a couple of minutes into that overtime period. I haven't reviewed the overtime rules, but that game at least went to a 5-on-5 overtime period for 10 minutes. And I'm not sure exactly what the rules are, but they completed their game about 4 or 5 minutes into it. It looks like we got Hazel Weary in the net for today's championship against the Duluth Icebreakers. The Duluth Icebreakers are a good team. I was chatting with some of the Alexandria parents, though, prior to the game during one of their breaks, and they said we might be a better team than Duluth. This week we get back for a short week because we've got a game on Tuesday evening against the other Edina team, the 15U-A white team, on Tuesday evening. And then we start up for another tournament next Friday against the out in Stillwater. So kind of a not quite away tournament, not quite home tournament. The Stillwater, I forget what it's called, Skate for the Roses or something. We got about 2 minutes left on the warm-up. The ice looks great, as you would expect in a D1 facility that both the boys and the men and women up here at UMD play. Got about a minute 30 left. The Icebreakers looks like they have a full squad. I'm trying to figure out how many kids are out there. If it's more than the usual roster. It doesn't. They just looks like there's a lot of them. You see their coaches watching our warm up carefully. You know, Edina always usually gets the best game out of teams, so I'm sure that the Duluth Icebreakers would love nothing more than to win a game against Edina in their home tournament. Clock's winding down on our warm-up. I don't know if we're going to have a resurface after every period either. I think that might be the case for our championship games, but I don't know that for certain. This morning we got Coach Rass and Coach Haran. I'll eventually count all the icebreaker players here. We got one hard lap happening. Now circling up around the net and ready for a cheer. The icebreakers down at the far end of the rink also are doing a cheer. They do 1, 2, 3 Duluth. Don't mind that at all. Dinah's still talking around our goal, getting pumped up. They shout at traditional Hornets. Same set of officials that were out here for the third place game. They called a fair game. There was actually a check that turned into a 10-minute penalty, a 10-2 that was deemed to be, I think, boarding. Witherspoon on the draw. Back to Helfrich. Helfrich over to Amy. Amy chips it forward. The Icebreakers come up with that, chip it all the way down into our zone. Helfrich retreats backward. D to D pass over to Newcomb. Newcomb trying to get it clear. Amy fighting down there. Icebreakers try to get that thing in. It bounces. Good stick. Wow. Duluth getting some opportunity here as we start the game. Fire. Hazel grabs that. No problem. Craigness. Ballard and Cohen jump out. We switch up our D as well. We got Levy and Chapman out there. I think they might have 17 skaters and just one goalie. All right, Levy gives chase on the far side. There goes Craigness grabbing that thing out of the pile. Craigness with speed. She's in a foot race and she's winning it. She works around to the outside, around their D. Cuts towards the goal. Loads up the front. Their defender cast aside. Out to Levy at the point. Levy keeps it on the ice, fires it down low. Ballard chips it back down to Craigness in the corner. Craigness fighting for some space. Chapman out at the point. That gets tipped. Ooh, great tip by Cohen. Halfway to the goal. This one zooms out. Icebreakers again trying to come up with that. Cohen chips it down low. Sauter and Mallory jump on the ice. Cohen sticks out there to create some pressure. Sauter jumps on that one right in the center. Goalie doesn't know where it is. Settles down. Boylan jumps out now. 13-13 left in the first period. Sweetser and Amy on the backside. Sauter, Mallory, Boylan on the front side. Sauter on the draw. Looks like the Icebreakers are getting organized. There we go. Sauter wins that back to Boylan. They come through the face-off circle and just take off with that thing. Sweetser works up, tries to clear it. Icebreakers come up with that. They chip that down low. Karen's off the wall. I think it's on the back of the net. Yeah, you got to blow the whistle there. 12 minutes and 56 seconds remain in this first period. Here we go. Defensive zone faceoff. Sauter wins that one back. Amy gives chase. Good job. Sauter's there to help still. They have got a aggressive forecheck here. That one gets knocked aside. Good job. Good job, Hazel. A little action here at the sideboards. Long shot from the point. Hazel gobbles that up too. So far, I think the Icebreakers may have the advantage in terms of shots, but we had a couple of nice scoring opportunities as well. So Witherspoon on the draw. Nedry, Newcomb out there with him. Nedry tries to chip that out of the zone. Witherspoon's there to help. Witherspoon gets it out. That one gets worked back down low. Helfrich behind the D-to-D pass. That's a goal. Uh-oh. There's a celebration happening that is maybe a little over the top for a goal just 3 minutes or so into the game. They did a human pile in our slot, and I think that our team is understandably taking offense. Cragness is now out there with Cohen and Ballard, Levy, and Sweetser. Icebreakers come up with that. That should be center ice face-off. Here we go again. 12 minutes, 12 seconds remaining on the clock. Cragness on the draw. Cohen tries to chip that forward. Successfully does so. They get it. They're regrouping. Great battle there. Cragness comes up with that. Cragness dancing. Finds her way through a couple of players. Works around the outside. Looking for the equalizer. Goalie barely saves that with his shoulder. Looks like the Icebreakers are accomplishing a change. Probably should get a too many men penalty, as half of their players were on the ice before people even got to the bench area. That's an icing instead on Edina. Edina defensive zone faceoff. Helfrich, Lou on the backside. Boylan, Mallory, and Sauter on the front side. Sauter on the draw. Ooh, they win that back. They chip it in down low. Boylan on the near side boards, battling to try to get that thing through. Icebreakers come up with that one. They work it out to the point here. Point thinks about shooting. Instead, chips it down, trying to load up one of her forwards. Helfrich is there to help out. Mal versus Course. Mal gets taken down in the corner. The Icebreakers came to play. We've been spending a lot of time in our defensive zone, which is unusual for us. That's clear. It's not Not offsides. They're looking to load things up. Boylan intercepts their pass. Hits the gas. Works it up to Mallory. Mallory's got it in her skates there. Just barely almost chipped out. Great job. Helfrich keeping that thing in. Sauter's there to help out. Amy races back. That's offsides. And we should probably switch it up. Yep. 10:33 left in this first period. Our girls have got to get their legs under them. So far, we've been battling in the defensive zone, and we've had a couple of breaks in the offensive zone, but not as many as we're accustomed to. Witherspoon on the draw. Supported by Nedry. Newcomb. She wins that one back to Chapman. Chapman works it over to Levy. Levy works it up to Nedry. Right in front of us here. Witherspoon battling to try to get into the zone. Nedry comes up with that. Works it back to Levy. Levy tries to reach the red line. Thinks better of it. Back to Chapman. Chapman fires it up. Wow, their D jumped that pass. Witherspoon now. Getting to that red line. Dangles around a couple of people. Witherspoon tries to chip it towards the net. That one goes flying over. Nedry there helping out. One of the icebreakers loses their stick. Picks it up while also battling in the corner. Newcomb comes out of that pile with it. Loads up. Witherspoon just barely. They got a stick on that. There we are again in the slot. Nedry tries to get a shot off. They get a stick on it. Here they come down the ice. Need a little back check here. Levy. Good job battling through that. Got a stick on that. Good defense. Chapman there on D. Lex knocks it aside. Newcomb, far side boards, just chips it out. That's not going to be an ice. There's not enough gas on that thing to get all the way down. Nedry gives chase. Duluth Icebreakers try to break out. Ballard jumps right on that pass. Keeps it in our zone. Up to Craigness. Craigness working now behind the net. Loads up Ballard. Ballard leaves for Craigness. Craigness and Ballard behind the net. Working things around. Craigness dancing. Leaves for Cohen. They get a stick on it. It works back down to Craigness. Craigness now in the corner. Tied up. Cohen goes to help. Ballard hanging high in the slot. They almost get that up, but Amy casually sticks out her foot. No problem. Cohen gloves that. Works it down. Sweetser fighting in. Down all the way to Craigness again. Craigness dancing. Here come your icebreakers. Up the ice. Oh, no, they don't. Ballard. Fancy stick work. Tries to load it up in front. Amy out to the point. Fires that thing. Hits a bunch of bodies halfway to the goal. Oh, icebreakers. Get that. That should be an icing. That player panicked. With 2 more strides, and it would have been just dumping it into the zone. Yeah, I ordinarily don't count heads, but they have a big bench, the Duluth Icebreakers. 1, 2, 3. I think it's at least 17 skaters. The Edina Hornets, by contrast, have 14 skaters and 2 goalies. Helfrich to Helfrich. Or Helfrich. Oh. Chapman to Helfrich. Chapman gets back to help out there when we lost the handle. That bounced off the back of the net. Boylan's there, down low, tries to chip it out. Chapman now. Works it up to Mallory. Mallory chips it forward to Sauter. Boylan's hustling to get into the play. We got all 3 forwards just racing. Ella fires, just misses wide. Boylan zips over to get that. She's along the near side boards. Works it down to Mallory. Icebreakers try to get a stick on that thing. Boylan goes tumbling. Up come the Icebreakers. Slow skater, though. He gets it all the way down. Big body, slow skater. Levy's back there to collect it. Levy sees Mallory. Mallory tries to get to that red line. Ugh. That's offsides. Right in front of us. 7 minutes and 4 seconds left in this first period. Witherspoon, Nedry, Newcomb on the draw. Yeah, coaches are looking for more changes They got so many players on their bench, they don't know who to send out. The officials are actually keeping track of once you make the change, you can't keep changing. A little bit more advanced hockey there. Figuring out which bodies you want on the ice for particular situations. Newcomb works it up to Levy. Levy pulls it off the boards, fires it back down on the near side or on the far side. Levy out there at the point, chips it back in again. Nedry keeps that thing clear for Witherspoon, racing over to get it. Witherspoon zings it at the net. Good idea. Nedry was there for the rebound. Sweetser out at the point, tries to keep that thing in. Witherspoon does. Now it comes loose. Sweetser races back. Newcomb, I can hear Hazel Weir doing a great job saying far side, far side, far side. Great job. Back out to Levy. Levy, long shot, bounces around. It lands on Witherspoon's stick. We got bodies flying all over the place. Cohen races back to try to help out on the back check. We got a couple of tired forwards out there in Newcomb and Witherspoon. Witherspoon jumps on this, though. It's a big opportunity. Now Ballard's on the ice. Here comes Witherspoon for the change, too. Ballard, Cohen. Witherspoon jumps off. Cragness jumps on. Icebreakers are just throwing it out of the zone. Any chance they get. Luckily, we've got the auxiliary official here on the Duluth Icebreakers bench. He's calling offsides for them. Cohen, Cragness, and Ballard, Helfrich, and Lou. 5 minutes and about 40 seconds remaining in this first period. We get that low. Helfrich dumps somebody in the process of getting that puck low. Helfrich all the way down from the point. Great idea, keeping that puck low. And Cohen did a good job running out to cover the point for us. The Icebreakers, weird breakout. Just chip it all the way down. Helfrich, fast as ever, works it up to Ballard. Ballard up to Cragness. Cragness loses the handle on that one. Oh, Cohen almost got that to head in all alone. Helfrich near side. We got no offsides. And now the Icebreakers out here at the point. Somebody's open. They got another person out at the point. They lose the handle, but they chip it back down anyway. Cragness comes up with that one. Cragness bounces it off the boards. Ballard gives chase. Helfrich works that thing down in. Boylan's there. Along the near side, loses the handle of it on it. It's just a bouncy puck. Sauter's back, racing. Icebreaker right there to try to come up with the puck. Lou works it up the sideboards. Mallory works back down low. Mallory looking to create some space for herself. Works out the far side. There we go. Absolutely hustling. Races down there, lifts the stick, tries to get possession. They come up with that. They just throw it out of the zone. That should be a hand pass, ladies and gentlemen. It's not, though. Okay. Because Chapman got to it first. Boylan here along the near side boards. Dangles around one. He gets tripped up. I think that's a penalty. Tripping. I see a little grin on Nora Boylan's face. Witherspoon might be saying, nice dive, kid. And the two of them on the bench. A couple of soccer players there. They know the fine art of theatrics. It looks like shots on goal are actually being counted this game. They were not last. It's 4-4. We got our power play out there, Cragness. With Sauter, Mal. Cragness loses the handle down in the corner. No problem. Oh, that squirts out of our zone. Looks like Helfrich is back to collect it. Up to Cragness. Cragness chips forward to Mal. Duluth is very interesting. Now they are absolutely collapsed around the goal. Sauter works it around. Works it out to Amy. Let's get a shot, guys. Helfrich fires. It's almost there. They get it clear. That's going to be an icing, though. Good. Looks like Witherspoon, Boylan, Cohen are going to jump out on the forward side. Levy and Sweets are on the back side. The Edina Hornets are looking to even up the score here in the first period. 3 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. We've got about 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining on the power play. Witherspoon wins that back to Sweetser. Calm. So quiet here. Levy works it down. Boylan behind the net. Gets a hold of that thing. Settles that puck down. Witherspoon. Over to Sweetser. Sweetser over to Levy. Levy fires. Misses the net there. Sweetser, no problem holding that thing tight. Takes a long shot from out at the point. If we're going to take those long shots, we got to get some traffic in front of the goalie, especially on a power play. Here comes Witherspoon, Boylan, Cohen on the Witherspoon on the draw. Little battle. Everybody's battling. Icebreakers come up with that. Sweetser's out of the point. Calmly knocks that aside. Keeps it down low. Boylan gloves it. Gets it down to her stick. She's got somebody chasing her behind the net. Works it out to Levy out at the point. Levy traps that in her feet. Good job. Boylan near side works it back up to Levy. Levy pulls it off the boards. Back down to Boylan. That one jumped a little as it zinked down. I was saying such quality ice. Now I'm a little nervous about it. Now somebody absolutely chasing Witherspoon in the corner. Boylan, try to walk that thing. Oh, they barely got a stick on that thing. Now there's a fight. Levy tries to keep that in. Doesn't quite keep it in. Sweetser goes over to help. Now it's over to Boylan. Looks like we've got interference being called against Levy. I don't know about that call. Newcomb and Nedry jumping out. Let's defend this. We got about 8 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey, and then the Duluth Icebreakers will have a power play for virtually the rest of the period here. Nedry and Newcomb out there. Newcomb on the draw. Helfrich and Lou on the backside. Lou tries to work it out. Now it gets out of the zone. I like it. Let's not let the Duluth Icebreakers set up a power play. Here we go. Newcomb tries to come up with that thing. Gang tackled. Nedry clears it. Nedry back on her feet after getting spun out. Here they come. The Icebreakers trying to enter the zone. Working around. No goal. That hit some iron, though. They've missed fire on that one. That one's just out of the zone. 1 minute and 30 seconds left here in the first period. Ballard jumps out. Cragness and Ballard are now out on the ice. Little offsides call there. That's helpful. 1 minute and 25 seconds left on the clock. 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the Levy penalty. So basically for the rest of this period, they're going to have a power play. Cragness and Sauter on the front side. That gets all the way back into the Icebreaker defensive zone. No ice. Sauter's chasing a little. Ooh, takes an elbow in the face. It's got to get up. Here come the Icebreakers. I think they're dangerous on their zone entry. They do a good job of working around the outside, getting it out to one of their bigger bodies. Long shot. That misses wide. Here they are trying to set up. Cragness comes out to approach. Working around the outside. Our D are trying to be patient. They almost had an opportunity there. Cycle it down low. 35 seconds remain. They think about a shot. Cragness is there quick. They get a little shot off from the poor angle, kind of a Kaprizov sort of play. They've got a nice looking power play here. That one gets knocked aside. I think it hit somebody halfway to the goal. As a result, a miss. 14 seconds remaining in this penalty. They're trying to load it up. Got somebody down in the corner. Sauter's doing a good job chasing, but not too much. She clears that out. We got about 1 second left, and that's the end of the first period here in Duluth. It looks like there is not a Zamboni after the first. Move up. Okay. We're going to move up. It's going to turn into a tight game, I think. I won't be in the shot if I sit down here, right? I will just sit down here. All right. Edina Hornets have now been properly coached by Haran and Rask. The Icebreakers said, let's go Duluth. Good hockey game here on a Sunday morning. About 15 seconds left in the intermission. Newcomb, Witherspoon, Nedry out there. Witherspoon wins that forward. Kayla interrupts their pass. Oh, now we're back down on our defensive end. Amy works it up to Nedry. Nedry fights to get that thing out. It is out. Little battle. Big body. Duluth, big player there. Tying them both up. Here comes the Duluth Icebreakers. Great job by Helfrich interrupting that. Newcomb tries to work that out. They get a stick on it. They're back in their slot trying to get a stick on there. Newcomb comes up with it again. Through somebody's skates. Chips it down low and goes to work. Witherspoon staying high in the slot. Witherspoon there to jump on their attempted breakout pass. Works it back down to Newcomb. Icebreaker's got a little skate on that. Cohen now jumps out. Cohen tries to pull it off the wall. Almost there. Helfrich is in a foot race. It's going to be hard to beat her. Helfrich sees the lane, goes for it. Witherspoon is helping. There's a change of the guard on the front side happening as we speak. Helfrich is now, I think, done back and forth all the way down the ice and back twice. Ballard gets a stick on that as it zooms by. Kregness jumps on the ice. Levy now replaces Helfrich. You got Cohen, Kregness, and Ballard out there working it around. Cohen surveys the scene, works it out to the point. Long shot, that runs into somebody's shin. Here we go again. Amy crashing down, creating some trouble for them. Amy keeps that thing in again. Kregness is there battling. Now Cohen comes up with it off the boards. Tries centering. They get a hold of that one. Amy keeps that in with incredible hand-eye coordination. Off the glass. Tapped it down. It landed on the blue line and then fired it back in. Levy sees an opportunity. Hooks up Cohen. Far side. Kregness is in. Oh, just a little behind her. They rarely miss on a pass like that. And unfortunately, that one just didn't quite connect. Amy off the boards to Cohen again. Cohen reaches for that one. Fires it over to Kregness. Kregness has got Mal in front. Mal, there's opportunity. They come up with that, and the Icebreakers just get rid of that by throwing it all the way down the ice. It looks like there's a foot race, but that is going to be icing. .12 minutes and 25 seconds left in the second frame. The Edina Hornets are looking for the equalizer here. We've had some more offensive zone time in the last couple of minutes, which I appreciate. Gives us an opportunity to maybe climb back into this game. Sauter on the draw. Fights through. Pushed it forward. Sauter works around the outside. Fires. Goalie gobbles that thing up. Okay, now we've got a face-off over here. Sauter's looking for the call. Tries to win the thing back. Al's got that in front. Dangles around. Sauter comes up with that. Icebreaker's got an opportunity there. Sauter and Mallory fighting that thing out. They try to lift that out of the zone. No dice. Out to our point. Levy fires. They get a glove on that. Boylan's there to keep it in. Keeps it in for Sauter. Sauter sees Mal in the slot. Just a little behind her. We've been dangerously close to very good opportunities in the slot. Mal tries to work that thing in. They get a stick on it. Work it out. Uh-oh. Foot race coming back. They could have a 2-1. Levy calmly behind her. Works it over to Boylan. Boylan transitions. Gets to that red line. Fires it in, I think. Tries to fire that thing in. Instead, it lands on somebody's stick. Oh, no. Here come the Icebreakers. They got a little opportunity. Fires. Hazel knocks that thing aside. Icebreakers try to come up with that thing. Boylan chips that thing high off the glass. That one comes out. It's the right play. She works it up to Newcomb. Newcomb in on her own. Oh, he just barely got an edge on that. Somebody with a little bit of speed got back there first. Number 16, Friday. Let's write down her number as somebody who's a little quick. Witherspoon goes to chase it down. We've completed a line change now. Newcomb, Nedry, Witherspoon out there. Oop, they fan on it. They're retreating into their zone. Do a D-to-D pass instead. We're trying to work it up. I would say that we've had the better of the last couple of minutes outside of some odd man rushes that Duluth has had. Sweetser races back, grabs that. Sweetser looking for room. Claire Sweetser rarely rushes the puck all the way down, but on that one did a great job getting it deep into our offensive zone. Big bodies flying around. I think that's Michaela. Michaela literally took out a kid about twice her size. Love it. It's right there in the slot, drops down. We don't quite get a stick on that. The Icebreakers are on their heels. Whoa. Witherspoon gets taken out. The two girls go flying. Ballard attempts to stick. Here come the Icebreakers down the ice. They flip it, long shot. Hazel knocks that aside. We got an opportunity here. Work that thing out. Oh, no, 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 no. Right onto their stick. Great D. Number 19 is a big presence out there for Duluth. Big kid, but also pretty skilled. Comes up with the puck out of that battle. Works it out to the point. Point flings it in. That's in the slot. Now we got Craigness out there fighting through some traffic. Great job. Nedry goes to the bench to help out. Ooh, Ballard was almost there for the rebound. Cohen jumps out just in time to keep that thing in our zone. That bounces high off the glass, bouncing all over the place. Ballard creates some trouble for them. It's out to Helfrich at our point. Helfrich down to Cohen. Cohen walks. Works it over to Amy at the point. Amy tries to load that thing up. Ballard's got a shot instead. It's hard to get through all the bodies. I think they just collapse around their net. Oh, so close again. We're really close to connecting on some of these passes right in front of the net. They're just a little tiny bit off. If we start connecting on those, I have a feeling the floodgates are going to open. 8 minutes and 41 seconds left. Cohen is patiently out there at the far blue, sees Craigness in stride. Nice play so that Craigness could just continue skating hard. Craigness comes to the bench. Cohen's coming to the bench too. Mallory's out there already trying to fight through some traffic. Boylan and Sauter come out to help. Sauter interrupts their breakout scheme. She's now battling on the far boards. The puck's right there. Sauter loses a little bit of an edge. Helfrich races back to defend. Icebreakers just dump it down. Chapman over to Helfrich. Helfrich up to Boylan. Boylan up to Sauter. Sauter in stride. Let's go. Sauter's got like 4 people to get through. Mallory tries to hold on to it. It's right there in front. Boylan comes in. creates a little bit of action for them. Helfrich flips it back down low. Boylan's cross-checking somebody who ends up with the puck. That works up the side. They got some skilled players here. I would count number 7 on their team as one of them. But Lucy Chapman does a great job fighting through that. Now Sauter comes up with it. Sauter over to Mal. Mal, it's a 2-2. Mal thinks, fires. Boylan was trying to come in looking for that off-the-pad pass. That's back in our zone. We're just fighting it out here. Great job, Witherspoon, getting her body in the way on that one. Boylan goes for a change. Newcomb is now on the ice too. Newcomb and Witherspoon. And there goes Nedry. We had a great opportunity there. Out to Levy at the point. Levy tries to fire. Nedry, bouncy puck. It's there and skates. Just too much traffic to just chip it in. Witherspoon behind the net's got a little bit of room. Tries to work it out in front of Newcomb. Newcomb fans. Ooh, here comes Sweetser. Sweetser chips it in too. And the Icebreakers just iced that all the way down, but Levy must have gotten a stick on it at the blue. They wave off the icing. Nedry's there, tries to clean it up. Let's get a breakout going here, guys. We got multiple bodies, everybody pushing and shoving. 6:25 remaining in the second period here. The Edina Hornets continue trailing 1-0. That gets knocked aside. Shots on goal now are 8-6. I think we've had a lot more shot attempts. They just have not been getting through. Witherspoon fighting on the near side. Nedry jumps on that thing. Ooh. They get a body on it. It's out to Levy at the neutral zone. Levy doesn't like the looks of most of our options. Our forwards get a change. Great job, Levy, just burning clocks so that our forwards could get a change there. That one bounces around, and now Ballard's got it. Ballard chips it down. Looks like that might be an icing. Oh, it was an attempted pass up to Craigness. Just a little bit out of her reach. The ice-breaking parents are excited about the offensive zone face-off that they've got. Looks like we've got Craigness on the draw. Cohen, Ballard. Craigness wins that one back. Craigness picks somebody's pocket, works it over to Ballard. Ballard hits the red line, chips it forward, makes one move. They get a stick on that, though. Craigness gets it again. It's Cohen down in the corner. Tries to zip it up to our point. They're there to create some trouble for us. Helfrich works it back down low. Ballard and Cohen trying to get a forecheck going. They zip it up the boards. That one, Amy keeping it in. Great job, Amy. Right off his shin pad. Ballard keeps that thing, the momentum going for the Edina Hornets. Cohen gives chase. Cohen's in there battling by herself. Works that thing out. Now Mallory's out there. Mallory and Sauter. Mallory fires. That one's a couple of opportunities there right in front. 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in the second period. Icebreakers are leading 1-0. Looks like the shots on goal have not been adjusted. 10 shots for Edina, 6 for the Icebreakers. Sauter wins that forward cleanly. I think that was the plan. Mallory's there to help out. Mallory working around. Dangles through a few. Chips it over. Gives chase herself. It's out to Amy at the point. Amy fires. Ooh, that hits a shin pad halfway there. Amy fires again. They come up with that one. We got a back check coming. Amy gets in the way there. Clean play. Amy zips it around to Boylan along the far side. Boylan saucers it up to Sauter. Sauter in stride. Gets it down low. Sauter gives chase. Newcomb now jumps out for Mallory. Mallory had a tough shift there. She was really working hard on that forecheck. They get a breakout pass. Sauter comes out. Pick the pocket. Thinks better of going back in. Now gets it in. Boylan goes for a change. Newcomb is out there already. Sauter also comes for a change. Now we've got Witherspoon and Nedry out there. Ooh, we try to make that cross-ice pass. Good chip, Newcomb. Nedry tries to come up with that thing too. Nedry behind the net, looking for an opportunity to jam that thing in. It's out past Levy. Looks like there's an icing call there. Good. 3 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the second period of the championship game here in Duluth, Minnesota. Witherspoon, Nedry, Newcomb, Chapman, and Levy on the D side. It looks like the Icebreakers are getting organized for some sort of set play here. I see them talking a lot before this defensive zone breakout. Back to Nedry. Nedry walks, fires, tries to get that thing in. Witherspoon was almost there for a weird rebound. That jumps over. Oh, we got the auxiliary official here. On the bench complaining about icing calls. Witherspoon on the draw with Nedry and Newcomb. Chapman and Levy on the backside. Witherspoon wins that one back. Oh, the Icebreakers just barely got on that. We ended up getting the puck. Floated towards the net. Newcomb hard on the forecheck. I like that. We win the battle down low just for a second. Witherspoon keeps that thing going. Over to Newcomb. Newcomb tries to load up Witherspoon. They get a stick on it. Here come the Icebreakers. Chapman's back in the middle of the ice. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. We're going to change some of our forwards. Great job, Michaela. Hustle, hustle, hustle there to catch up with them and make sure that they don't get a clean zone entry. Now Ballard does her work too. Gets back for a quick chip out of there. Levy senses the opportunity. He's got to hustle out to make sure they don't just chip it back in. Witherspoon on the far side chips that thing forward. Here comes the Icebreakers again. Bally, nice work. She's over on the far side battling three of them at once. Comes up with the puck. Loses the handle on it though. It's back to our D to regroup. Lucy tries the long cross ice pass. The Icebreakers get a hold of that one. Witherspoon's back trying to collect this thing. Ballard and Cohen are out there. Witherspoon fighting in the corner. Out to the high slot. Ooh, this kid walks in, fires, misses on the high side. Number 19, I mentioned her earlier. She's a big person out there. And has got some nice moves. Skill plus size. Witherspoon goes over to the corner to help out. Works it around the far side. Cohen loads it up out to Ballard. They get a stick on that thing. We complete the rest of our change. Now Craigness is on the ice. Witherspoon was just stuck out there, frankly, for an extended period. 1 minute and 20 seconds remains in the second period. Let's get an equalizer before it becomes the third, guys. Sweetser works it over to Cohen. Cohen sees Amy on the far side. Amy fires. They block that thing halfway there. They're trying to get it going. Amy works it back down again. Cohen activates. Cohen's there. Tries to chip it over to Mal is now on the ice. Mal and Craigness. Cohen. Cohen works it over to Mal. Mal. Oh, they got it again. 1 minute remaining here. 45 seconds. Mal's got it. Mal loads up Craigness. Craigness tries to fire. We're just a little off. Oh, right there to Craigness in the slot. Craigness thinks about it, fires. That one just bounces around. 30 seconds remaining. We complete the rest of the change. Sauter, Boylan, and Mallory are out there now. Helfrich and Lou on the backside. Helfrich battles all the way back. A little pushing and shoving there. We got only 15 seconds remaining in this period. Let's not give one up. Boylan sauces it out again. Ooh, they just barely get a shin pad on that. That should be an offsides. with about 9 seconds remaining. Nine seconds remaining in the second period. Try to work it forward. They come up with that. 2 seconds left. 1 second. That's it. All right, so it looks like we'll have a resurfacing now, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes for the third period. It is 12:24 here in Duluth, and your Edina Hornets are down 1-0. Okay, so we're back. We are watching the kids get ready to finish off this game. It's a 1-0 deficit that we need to overcome here in the third period. The officials are getting the nets on. We still got one coach making his way over, so I'm hopeful that they let him get on the bench. Witherspoon, Newcomb, and Nedry are out on the forward side. Win that back. Here we go. Starting the third period now. We want to make sure that we get the equalizer early. Otherwise, the Duluth team, which seems to be a pretty well-coached team, could have an opportunity to just try to chew up a lot of clock on us. Nedry along the near side boards trying to fight through that. Helfrich works it back over to Amy. Amy, a little chip forward to Witherspoon. Witherspoon nifty skating. Sticks still in front of you. Nedry gets into the zone. I see them. I see the icebreakers literally just collapse around the net. Long shot by Amy, just wide. That's a stick on a helmet, which probably should be a penalty. Isn't. Oh, Amy jumps on that one. It turns into a one-on-one against Helfrich. Long race back. Helfrich loses an edge. Looks like she's all right. She's right back up. Oh, right in the slot. Hazel gets a glove on that. Good job, Hazel. Thank goodness. Nedry and Witherspoon. Newcomb trying to get his own exit. They do. That gets worked in. Helfrich chips it forward again. We're getting organized here. As we complete a line change, Craigness, Cohen, and Ballard are out there. Levy and Chapman now jump out to help. That was a bang-bang play. I was trying to figure out whether that was the right call or not. Craigness on the draw. 13 minutes and 38 seconds remain. It's some slippery ice out there because we have multiple players, one from each team, tripping over themselves right there in the slot. Things are just not looking like real smooth here. Here we go. Now Craigness jumps in, gets it over to Cohen. Cohen fires. Ooh, Ballard's there. Barely misses that opportunity off the rebound. The Icebreakers work it back in. Levy's back to collect that thing. Pulls it off the boards. Works it up the side to Ballard. Ballard lets it slide by her. Craigness quickly reverses course. They get a stick on that. Cohen is there. Cohen down to Chapman. Chapman back to Cohen. Now it's in the middle of the slot. Levy works it up to Ballard. Ballard gets it in the zone. Craigness is there fighting for it. Ballard's got it in her skates. Works it out to Levy. Boylan now is zipping down there. Craigness in the corner. Craigness works it down to Boylan. Boylan in the corner again. That huge number 19 trying to create some trouble for Boylan. Boylan dangles around her twice. Levy back over to Boylan. Boylan lets it zip by to Mal. Mal out of the corner. Now let's get some action going here. Mal zips it over the top of the net. Amy's there at the point. Keeps it in. Mal tries to keep it in too. Sauter jumps on that one. Things are just a little quiet here. I could use some noise from our parents. Boylan chases that thing back. Great job. Helps out Levy keep that thing in. It's in somebody's skates there. Now they're coming back. Levy chasing him down. Oh, that's got to be a penalty. Oh, he's calling both of them. I'm sorry. Levy is pleading her case. She said, what? I agree with Kenzie Levy here. Kenzie Levy made a little bit of body contact, but the icebreaker literally swung her stick and hit Levy in the head. Not acceptable. It looks like it's offsetting minor penalties. They don't have them on the board yet, but Sauter, Mallory, Boylan, stay out there. Mallory picks that up on the far side. Trying to get into the zone. Works it all the way around. Works it over to the far corner. Boylan gets taken out as she's trying to make contact beforehand. Sauter over to Mallory. Mallory fires. Goalie gloves that one. I'm not sure what's going on with the penalties because they're not on the clock. Hopefully we didn't get called for a 10-minute misconduct. It looks like two icebreakers just took out Boylan, but it looks like everybody's laughing about it. Sauter on the draw. That chips down low. Boylan's there to try to get that thing. Gets it. Works it back over to Mal. Mal. The official gets in the way now. Mal's got it in her feet. Boylan's there. Boylan tries to work towards the net. There's so much traffic down there. The icebreakers just collapse around the net. That's all they do. Sauter works that thing back in. They try to ice that, and Sweetser gets a stick on that. She's got somebody chasing her down. Escapes. Tries to work it up the sideboards. Can't quite get it out. Amy retreats back into her zone. Reverses to Sauter. Sauter. Nice backhand sauce. Doesn't get out, though. Amy, again, retreating into our zone. The icebreakers have basically changed out their line. We got to get out of our zone so that we can get a change, too. Mallory, up at the far, chips that thing out. That should be offsides. Good. Now we can get a change. Witherspoon, Newcomb, and Nedry jump out. 10 minutes and 54 seconds remain. The shots are now 16-7. Edina leads in the shot category, but not in the goal category. 10 minutes and 54 seconds left. Chapman and Helfrich are your D. Witherspoon on the draw. Witherspoon wins that one. Newcomb. Oh, almost had an opportunity there. Helfrich knocks it away from the icebreaker. Now we're back in our zone. Chapman calls for it. There's a lot of traffic behind the net from icebreakers. Up to Nedry. You can hear somebody calling for it. Newcomb. Great job, Michaela, working it up to Newcomb. Newcomb flips it towards the goal. Oh, almost connected on a pass right in front of the goal. Witherspoon's there to help out. Newcomb creates some trouble. Helfrich fires. Goalie barely makes a save on that. Witherspoon gets dumped in front of the net. That one gets tossed towards the net. Goalie knocks it aside. Nedry out to Chapman. Chapman fires. That one hits his skate, bounces into the corner. I think our kids were told, let's get some shots here. Their goaltending doesn't appear to be that strong. We have yet to have a shot that's kind of a exciting save for them. Nedry. Near side board. Chapman goes back, collect that thing. Chapman almost gets her pocket picked. Oh, they still got it behind the net there. It looks like Witherspoon's down there helping out. Witherspoon chips it up to Nedry or to Newcomb. Newcomb tries to clear. That puck is out of the zone. Nedry jumps on that thing. The icebreakers zip it back down in. That's going to be an offsides call. Ballard, Craigness, Cohen jump on the ice. We need a goal. Let's go. Cohen, Craigness, and Ballard on the front side. Sweetser and Levy on the back. Well, it looks like number 19 is also a captain on this team. Ballard creates major traffic for them. Craigness races over to try to get a hold of that thing. Craigness is still skating. That's not a penalty, guys. The other team wanted one, but I don't think it was. Cohen tries to zip that thing out of the zone. Ballard's there to assist. Here comes their big forward, number 19, zings it over the ice. That almost gets out of the zone. Doesn't quite get there. They got an opportunity here, cheating in. Here goes Cohen. Cohen's got some support, but it's a 3-on-3. We spread ourselves out. Good job. And the auxiliary official again for the Duluth Icebreakers made the call. An offsides call. Boylan, Sauter, and Mallory are out there. We've got less than 10 minutes left. It's 8:49 on the clock. Nora gets dumped down in the corner. Sauter's there fighting for it. Helfrich tries to get that thing forward. Sauter comes out of the pile with that. Works in. Leaves for Mal. Mal dangs around one. Tries to dangle around another. Sauter fires. Rebounds there. That's a goal. That makes it 1-1 with 8 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in this third period. Your Dino Hornets look like they woke up. Maybe they will not. Oh, we got our cheering section on the far side of the rink. 8 minutes and 24 seconds left. It's a 1-1 game in the Duluth Icebreaker Championship. That's not going to be an icing. Sauter and Boylan give chase. Boylan uses her feet, gets it over to Sauter. Sauter's got some space down there alone. Let's get another shot quick because you know what, folks? I feel like when the dam breaks, we could get a couple here. They try to chip that. Now tries to work it around. Out to Mallory, our goal scorer. Mallory loses the handle on that. Chips it out of our zone, though. Here we go. They're coming back in. Witherspoon picks somebody's pocket. Works that around. Boylan needs a line change. Newcomb and Witherspoon retreats. I thought they were going to be offsides there. Good job getting organized there. That just gets chipped forward. We're now in the Icebreaker zone. 7 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this game. Great job, Newcomb, fighting for that puck. Kept working. Witherspoon's there. She gets dumped. No penalty called. That's a long shot by Amy. That gets knocked aside. Great shot, though. It was a one-timer from the point. Newcomb definitely gets a hold of that one. Amy looks around. Chips it back down to the corner. Nedry goes to help out. Nedry gets there just in time and knocks the puck away. Witherspoon now. Fighting for the puck down there, down low. Nedry comes up with it. Witherspoon and Nedry outmatched probably by 40 or 50 pounds behind the net. Nevertheless, they're continuing to fight this thing out. Here come the Icebreakers. It resembles the end of a men's hockey game here as the tempo seems to have gone down. Newcomb almost has that one. Fights through everything. Great job. She's got the puck. It pops loose. Witherspoon's got it. Dangles. Oh! They're one of their best players, number 19. Their captain got in Witherspoon's way. Unfortunately, that's not going to be an icing. 6 minutes remain in the game. Claire's behind our net. Gets that thing up to Amy. Amy. Uh-oh. Don't let the Icebreakers come after it. That gets up to Newcomb again. Newcomb fighting through that. Cohen's now on the ice. Craigness jumps out. A weird couple of bounces. Number 9 for the Icebreakers gets an opportunity. Helfrich senses the need to jump on that. That's not going to be an icing, is it? It is. 5 minutes and 34 seconds left. Shots on goal 20-7. It's a 1-1 tie game with 5 minutes and 34 seconds remaining. Craigness on the draw. Cohen, Ballard out there assisting. Chapman. Helfrich on D. Offsides. 5 minutes and 26 seconds left. Icebreaker Invitational Championship game. 1-1. Cragness on the drop. Pushes that forward. Cohen tries to chip that forward. Cragness and Cohen working along the near side boards. Cragness tries to chip that thing in. Cohen comes up with it. We get a clean zone entry there. Cohen fires from up high. I think the goalie didn't even see it. Chapman races in, tries to keep that thing in. Ballard. Cohen fires again. Cohen's come to the bench. Great back checking. Cragness, Cohen, Boylan's got an opportunity here. She tries to work it around. Oh, she tried to hook up Cragness coming back in the slot. You can hear Cragness calling for it. Great job, Cragness. Amy's there. Amy chips it. Official gets in the way. That was actually very helpful for us. Boylan creates a little space for Mallory. Mallory goes in, fires. Goalie has no idea where that is. Four minutes and 29 seconds remaining. Let's go. We could use one. Let's get it. Sauter on the draw. Sauter wins that thing forward. It's up along our sideboards. Boylan works it over to Sweetser. Sweetser fires it back down low. That way Sauter can go get it. Sauter. She's got a little bit of space there. Works it over to Mal. Mal tries to load up Boylan on the far side. They get a stick on that. Boylan out to the point. Levy works it back down to Boylan. Nora fights for that one. They come up with it. Oop. Here we go. We got too many people back there. Hazel does no problem getting a hold of that thing. It's a little dangerous back there. 3 minutes and 56 seconds remaining. 21-8 the shots. Witherspoon jumps on that pass. Here we go. Come on with speed, kiddo. Works it over to Newcomb. Newcomb gets that in stride. There's a lot of battling coming from. Oh, come on. That's got to be a penalty. Nope, no penalty. All right. Long shot that gets gloved down. Back out to Helfrich at the neutral zone. Helfrich works around the outside. She's got speed, ladies and gentlemen. She fires that thing. Goalie gobbles it up again. I don't think this goalie is seeing the puck very well. Each time she seems to be panicked a little bit. So hopefully we can get another one. Cohen, Cragness, Mallory jump out. We got Cragness, Cohen, Mallory. They're trying to send somebody now. Luckily, our D were watching carefully. Levy was all the way back covering that kid. It's not quite a floater, but in their breakout, Tessa Cohen battling for the puck down there. She's down there with Cragness. They're both pretty low. You can see them trying to send somebody all the way across. Cragness interrupts that pass. Mallory grabs a hold of that one. Mallory tries to work in. Icebreakers come up with that. We got about 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. Mallory over to Cragness. Cragness leaves for Mallory. Mallory tries to fire. Oh, it's almost there right in front. Sweetser keeps that thing low. Mallory's coming for a change. Cragness has got an opportunity down low. Dangles around. Leaves for Cohen. Cohen gets tied up. Gets the puck out to Cragness, though. Cragness fires. Goalie casts that aside. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remain. Levy retreats out of the zone. Sauter jumps on the ice. That's an icing. 2 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. It's a pretty tight game here. 22 shots on goal for the Edina Hornets. Sauter on the draw. Ballard absolutely battles for that. Gets it over to Sauter. Sauter, strong stick. Oh, they just barely got out of there with that thing. Ella working around. Amy tries to chip it forward to Ballard. Back to Sweetser. All right, let's get set up. Just a little bit less than 2 minutes remaining. Boylan chips it forward. It gets all the way into the zone. Sauter's absolutely hustling after it. Somebody get to the high slot. Sauter working around the outside. She's down low. Ooh, big body for Duluth comes up with that thing. Sweetser works it back down low. Ballard, girl from the North Country, baby, let's go in. Oh no, it didn't quite go in. Ooh, they just barely get a breakout going there. Here comes Sweetser. That's before the red line. That should be an icing. That's an icing, and we get a fresh set of forwards out there. Newcomb, Witherspoon, Nedry jump out. 1 minute and 19 seconds remaining in this third period. Witherspoon on the draw. Newcomb wins it back. Oh, little opportunity for the Icebreakers. Oh, that just barely got out of the zone. Nedry works that thing in down low. Oh, they get it out. Newcomb jumps on that. Witherspoon gets an opportunity. Again, let's get some North Country roots here. Witherspoon and Ballard. It'd be very fun to see them get the game winner here. Just a couple of ticks left. We're under a minute remaining in the third period. Witherspoon is battling down there. Nedry is too. Witherspoon's got the puck now. Tries to get it over to Nedry. Icebreakers get a hold of that. 40 seconds remaining in this game. Here comes Duluth. Let's not give them space, guys. They kick that out and kick it back in. Levy tries to chip that thing down low. The Icebreakers fighting for it. Witherspoon kicks it up to herself. Icebreakers are trying to chip that over. Nedry gets that in stride. Nedry tries to load up the center of the slot. 13 seconds remaining. Levy from out at the point. Levy, fire that thing. Long shot. Another shot. Good job, Newcomb. Vev's got a chance with 5 seconds remaining. Oh, nothing there. Last couple of ticks. All right. That is the end of regulation. It's a 1-1 tie. Shots on goal are 23 for Edina, 8 for the Icebreakers. 10 minutes of 5-on-5 overtime hockey. And then we'll see what happens after that. They're going to put 10 minutes on the clock. It's now 1 o'clock p.m. in the afternoon. Coach Rass has got everybody circled up. I think he's working hard on what we should do and what we should not do. The Edina fans have now just cheered. We're having a short rest period, so it's going to be another 2 minutes and 20 seconds before we get on the ice. Hornets are ready to go. We still have 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. There's a lot of shouting happening around the rink. One minute and 30 seconds remaining in the rest period. All right, your Edina Hornets are now all lined up, ready to go. They've got 10 minutes on the clock. It's 5-on-5 hockey. Sudden death overtime. Amy works it over to Cohen. Cohen chips it forward to Craigness. Craigness enters the zone. Clean zone entry. Over to Cohen again. Cohen has got the game on her stick. Oh! Goalie makes a good save. I think as Cohen was firing that, they got a stick just barely in there in time. Craigness on the draw. Offensive zone face-off. 9 minutes and 46 seconds remaining. Back to Mallory. Mallory walks across the middle. Fires. Lots of traffic in front. It hits somebody on the way to the goal. The Icebreakers, thinking about a breakout pass, decide just to chip it all the way down. That's going to be an icing. Thank you. Another offensive zone opportunity for us. You got Craigness, Mallory, and Cohen out there. Craigness is fighting it out. Cohen leaves it for Mallory. Mallory fires. Ooh, kept it on the ice. Good job. Swatted at again. Craigness on the heavy back check there. Great job, Craigness, battling for that puck, keeping that thing in. Ooh, Helfrich, D-to-D pass. Amy up to Mallory. Mallory retreats backward. Yep, tries to work through some traffic. Chips that thing low. Mallory gives chase. Cohen's helping her out. Mallory behind the net. Ooh, some physical contact there behind the net. That's all right. Craigness is there. Chips it forward. Cohen peels off the wall. Fires. Ooh, the goalie had a little bit of a rebound left there. Cohen down to Craigness behind the net. Back over to Cohen. Cohen tries. Oh, there's a rebound available. And now the Icebreakers come up with it. Look at Craigness on the back check. I love it. Viv's got an opportunity here. She works it back over. Long pass up to Cohen. Cohen tries to get a stick on that thing. Cohen heads to the bench. Now we've got Sauter and Ballard out there. Boylan jumps in to help out. Ooh, Ballard behind the net. Tries to load it up. Ends up on a stick for Duluth. Boylan's in the corner there. It gets worked out to Amy at the point. Amy, come on, get that shot off, kid. Fires. Ends up in the stick. Boylan tries. And it careens towards her. They get a stick on that thing. Big back check there. Ballard's back to collect that thing calmly. Leaves it for Amy. Amy circles. Amy chips it up the boards. There's no ice. They're just ringing around trying to get that thing out of there. Levy out at the point here. Levy tries to chip that thing forward. It's on Boylan's stick on the near side. Boylan tries to get a hold of that thing. She still got it. Works it over to Ballard. Oh, she got tied up in front. Sauter now. Sauter down to Boylan. That pass just floated by her. Keep moving your feet, guys. Oh, boy. There's an opportunity right in front. Sauter keeps it. Boylan's got it in. Boylan along the far side. Fires. Misses. You can tell that there's some exhaustion after 5 games to get here. And now we're in the 4th period of this game. OT thriller. Up to Boylan on the near side board. Boylan chips it over to Witherspoon in stride. Witherspoon's almost got an opportunity. Boylan goes for a change now. You've also got Newcomb fighting it out. Oh no, here come the Duluth Icebreakers. Nedry with absolute speed. Gets back there for the back check. I love that. Sweetser behind our net gets tied up. Icebreakers come up with that one. They're banking it out to the point. Long shot. Vivi gets a hold of that one. Tries to work that thing out. Helfrich up the boards. That gets worked back down low. Helfrich flips it behind the net for Sweetser. Sweetser gathers. Flings it up the boards to Nedry. Oh, they unfortunately get a stick on that. That thing gets kept in. Helfrich behind the boards, or behind the net. Works it up the sideboard. Sweetser wisely fires across ice to Newcomb in stride. Newcomb tries to chip that thing in. Extra effort there to actually get it there. Mallory jumps out as Newcomb comes for a change. Now Amy's out too. Mallory's out on the ice. We got the rest of our forwards coming for a change. Witherspoon and Nedry came off. Now we've got Cohen and Craigness. Craigness is watching the high slot like a hawk. Good job. They still have the puck. Watch out for that pass out in front. Okay, good. It gets worked out for their point. Great job, Cohen, blocking that thing. Viv chips it off the glass. Cohen chips it out like a lacrosse player. Cragness in stride. You're not going to get faster than that. Mallory's now got an opportunity. Ooh, they just lifted her stick in time. Lou works it back down low. It's behind the Icebreakers net. They try to ring it around. They've got some people here. Levy back. She chips that forward to Cragness. Oh, it's just a bouncy puck. You can tell that everybody out here is getting pretty tired. Levy, near side boards. She's got a little opportunity for herself. Works around the outside. Come on, Levy. Levy working around. Assesses her options. Leaves for Cragness. Cragness, Cohen, and Ballard now out there. Cohen comes up with that puck out of a battle in the corner. Valley's there to help out. Oop, here comes the Icebreakers. They're catching us at the end of a long shift. It's a 3-on-1. Now they've got somebody floating in high in the slot. Good job, Levy, just cutting that thing out, snuffing that out. Our forwards are going for a change. Two of them are at least, while Ballard gives chase to that thing. Ballard's not fooled. She picks up the puck. Ballard's fighting down in the corner. Boylan now comes in to help. Gets rung around. Sweetser crashes in. That puck squirts on out. Helfrich zips that in. That's going to be an offside call here. We've only got 4 minutes and 34 seconds left in this overtime game. It should be a center ice face-off. Oh, they're saying that it was a deliberate offside, so they're giving them a defensive zone face-off, or an offensive zone face-off for the Icebreaker. Defensive for us. Sauter on the draw, wins that one back. Helfrich works it up. Boylan's along the sideboards, chips it to herself. She's got a little opportunity here with speed, dangles around somebody. Oh, just sails over the net. Oh, she's not happy about that one. What a great play, jumping around one player, making another player miss, and then getting an opportunity for herself. Sauter. Newcomb, great job. Newcomb's been jumping passes all day. Still doing a great job. Over to Helfrich. Helfrich dangles around a bunch. She's got a clean zone entry. She fires, just misses wide. Newcomb dumps it back down low. Boylan activates, tries to get there. They ring it around the sideboards. They got a little bit of an opportunity. And now there's a back check happening. You got to get back. Great job. First of all, getting back. Sweetser up to Newcomb. Newcomb gets a stick on that, so there's not an icing. Nedry's now on the ice. Nedry, Newcomb, Sauter. Sauter is jumping off for a change so that Witherspoon can get out there. Witherspoon creates some trouble for them. The Icebreakers are fighting into our zone. Oh, we can't get a stick on that. Sweetser blocks that thing, chips it on out. Nedry almost had a breakaway. Let's call that an offsides too. We're going to have a center ice face-off. It looks like Cragness jumped out. Mallory, Cohen. Oh, it looks like there's a timeout getting called. Looks like Nora Boylan's getting some encouragement to not hang her head after having an opportunity to win the game, but great play all around. Just sailed a little bit once he got to the net. Those things happen. The rest of this overtime has been thrilling. Back and forth. The Dinas had more shots again. I don't know if the shots matter, but it's 27-8 at this point. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in this overtime. I haven't consulted the rules, but I think after this 10-minute overtime, there would be a 4-on-4 period. And then if that does not result in breaking the sudden death tie, I think there would be a 3-on-3 period as well. I'm doing that from memory, though. I haven't looked it up. All right. We get the traditional Hornet chant. Rass is giving them the pointers that I think he needs to be able to get this team to score the next goal. Get out of here as the champions. Levy and Lou on the backside. Cohen, Cragness, and Mallory on the front side. All right. Mallory fights through that. Oh, great job, Craigness. They were going to race away with it, and she got a stick on it right at the last minutes. Back to Levy in the neutral zone. Levy tries to work it over to Cohen. Craigness helps out there. Craigness enters the zone with some support. Works it back to Cohen. Cohen skate to tape there. Cohen leaves for Craigness. They try to clear, but it comes out to Lou. Lou works it over to Levy. Levy fires. Long shot over the net. Cohen's down low. Cohen and Mallory dancing. Mallory tries to work it over to Craigness. Craigness flings. They just barely got a stick on that too. As a result, it sailed over the net. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Craigness works it out to Levy. Levy works it over to Lou. Lou fires that thing. Ooh, they get a shin pad on it halfway there. Textbook blocked shot. Mallory's there to help out. Mallory behind the net. Wheels. Leaves for Levy. Levy works it back down to Cohen. Cohen in the corner. Bobbles it a little bit. Ooh, the icebreakers come up with that one. Come on, get on your horse. Let's get a back check going here. Don't let them get organized. Amy's got that one. She works it over to Levy. Lou to Levy. Levy sees Cohen. Works it up to Craigness instead. Cohen, though, jumps on that one. Our girls look like they have played 5 games plus a period in the last 2 days because that's what's happened. Mallory's got some gas there. They're fighting it out. We defuse that bomb. Their player catches an edge down in the corner. Mallory and Cohen. Mallory's gassed. Loses the handle on that one. That one just gets zipped out of the zone. Helfrich is coming back. It looks like the rest of our forwards are going to accomplish a change. Be careful, guys. Do not get caught. 6 men. Sauter sees Boylan. Boylan tries to get a hold of that one. Sauter through with her feet. I love it. Icebreaker's just clear. 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining in the overtime period here. Sweetser bounces it off the boards to Sauter. Sauter. Ballard's in. Ballard fires. Goalie barely gloves that thing. Boylan dangles around a bunch, tosses it towards the net. Not a terrible idea. Let's get some more shots if we can. 49 seconds remaining. They cue up the trumpets. We're calling a timeout now. They cue up the trumpets from Rocky, and now they stop them? I feel like that was appropriate. 49 seconds remain. Hopefully Rast is giving them a rousing speech here. I see Coach Rand talking with Hazel Weary. We're so fortunate to have experienced coaches who are really, really good to our girls. And you can see Haran pumping her up, telling her, let's get this going. .4 seconds remaining. Looks like Ballard's giving Cohen some additional pointers. 49.4 seconds remaining. Craigness, Cohen, Mallory jump out. They put back on the Rocky trumpets. We've got an offensive zone face-off. The Icebreakers are still getting organized with their personnel. Craigness on the draw. She chips that forward, tries to get in quickly. Cohen's there to help out. It's out to Amy at the point. Back down to Cohen. Cohen works it down to Craigness. Craigness. Oh, man, nice attempted pass. A backhand as she was about to go behind the thing. Mallory tries to chip that thing towards the net. Doesn't quite get there. Mallory works it up the sideboards. Chips it down. Ends up on Craigness' stick. Craigness still battling for it. Mallory out of the corner. Out to Helfrich. Helfrich fires. It's right there. Oh, almost in. Amy out at the point here. Works it down to Cragness. Cragness fires off his shin pad again. Like I said, the Duluth Icebreakers are just collapsing around the neck. 6 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. You got people shouting, shoot, shoot, shoot. That was another block shot halfway home. The shots now read 30-8. Edina leads. I think the shot attempts are 177 to about 14. Now I believe that it should be 4-on-4, I suspect. I see the officials talking about what's supposed to happen next. And they must be talking about something. The Duluth coaches are in the officials' ear. They're trying to figure things out. Oh, we might be doing a shootout, actually. I don't know if you're supposed to do a shootout. I hate when games are determined by a shootout. I feel the same way when it comes to the NHL. I wish that every game just continued until they broke a tie. It looks like we are starting. Layden Cragness. Layden Cragness is our first shooter. I wish they announced like how many shooters there are going to be or whatnot. I don't know if it's sudden death or if everybody gets 3, but we'll just take it as we go. Layden eases in, works around to the outside. Nice shot by Cragness. About a foot off the ice. Tried to beat the goalie on that glove side. Hazel Weary is our goalie. 9th grader, Edina, long time A player. Here comes their captain, number 19. Coming in real slow now, speeding up. Hazel's got her number. Our second shooter is Tessa Cohen. Their shooter, number 19, was one that I was watching throughout the game and commenting. Pretty skilled player. Here comes Tessa Cohen, guys. Working around. Counted. That's a goal. Jess is pumped. All right. That's a move. All right. Here comes number 16 for the Duluth Icebreakers. Hazel Weary gets that one. No goal. Smooth. Again, she started slow, and then right about when she hit the blue line, she started with a little bit more speed. Our next shooter is Nora Boylan, number 7. Nora Boylan working in. That's a goal. That is the Jay Chapman special. I told her that years ago. Give credit where credit is due. Great job, Nora. Great job, Tessa. Great job, Cragness. Great job, Hazel. They are the winners of I think we got it. Coach Rand wants to know if I got that. We did. Great job to the whole team this weekend. You are looking at the Duluth Icebreaker Invitational champions celebrating their win in overtime plus a shootout over the hosts, the Duluth Icebreaker team. Again, we got another game on Tuesday night against Edina White. Let's hope that it's a little bit less thrilling, although this was a fun one to watch. Thanks, everybody. We'll keep it rolling for a couple minutes while they get trophies and whatnot, but I'm not going to commentate.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.